Okay, welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. And don't forget, you can always check us out on YouTube. Today is the 70th episode, Papa.
Does that mean I'm 70 years old? No, it's not once a year. It's once a week, isn't it?
Hey, if you want to be 70, you're 70.
All right. Do I look 70?
Yeah.
70 episodes.
Yeah. Amazing.
If there's 52 weeks in a year, that means that's over a year.
Oh yeah, we're on our second season, and we're very grateful for all the listeners and viewers and all the very nice things, and of course the sponsors.
The sponsors.
But to everybody, thank you very much.
Did you think we'd last this long?
I didn't know. It was so new, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's amazing how it's took off.
It shows you how patient our producer is.
Yes, she has her hands full.
To put up with us this long. All the boo-boos we make.
We make a lot.
I've never mispronounced her name, though, have I?
No, amazingly, no. Because sometimes you do speak your own language. I don't know what it is.
Hey, what's my real name?
What's her real name?
Allie?
No, Allie.
Alexandra.
Oh, I'm close. You're missing like one.
Alexandria.
Yes.
Go Billy.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
I like that.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
Alexandria.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My heart specialist, his first name is Alexander.
Well, that's cool.
His last name is Stratienko.
Goodness, what a name.
What a name.
Where's he from? Another country?
Sounds like it, doesn't it? But he's a good heart. He's kept me alive all these years.
Well.
Along with a little help from God.
Right. Yeah. All right, thanks to our sponsor, Citizens Tri-County Bank, right here on Main Street. Bilbrey Insurance right next door to us on Spring Street, behind Howard Upchurch Law Office.
Just one block.
Yeah, and thanks to Scotty's Restaurant, home of the Scotty Burger right here in downtown Pikeville. It's Lola's, just right down the street from us here at WUAT, right sandwiched between the Pikeville Church of Christ and the Starling Cafe.
Right.
It's Lola's. Posh Beauty Company, Erica Campbell, owner and stylist. She is now located at the old State Farm Insurance Building on Main Street, South Main Street here in Pikeville. Subway on the bypass. We always say you can get breakfast now at Subway.
At 7.
At 7. I've never tried it yet, but I'm going to. And the Highway Department, Marvin Smith and his staff. Thank you, the Highway Department. Thank you to Judy Yates, the Loom, who's been around for ever. And she's our neighbor, longtime neighbor of WUAT. Judy's been in the business for a long time. And so, longtime sponsor of the show since the beginning.
Yes.
And Emma Boynton, and of course Carolyn Terry was always a sponsor. And I have talked to Janice, and she's going to continue that.
Really?
So thank you to Janice.
The paper this week.
Yeah, congratulations to Janice. She deserves that.
Yes, she does.
And
31 years experience.
Yeah, I knew it was a long time. I didn't know for sure, but
it's not bad.
No. Rustic Roots events. You know you can get massages there, Papa.
Come on.
You sure can.
While you're eating?
Well, I don't think you eat there.
Oh, no. I was thinking of the farmhouse.
The farmhouse, Chandelier, Cafe and Gifts, they're right behind us here at WUAT.
Rustic Roots and Events.
Yeah, and massages. We need to mention that because I'm going to get me a massage. I told Melissa I'm going to get me a massage.
Do they massage your legs or just your back?
Well, all of it.
Your neck?
Yes, yes. So thanks to our sponsors for the Albert and Billy Show. I guess I'll do my announcements first.
Did you do the insurance?
I got them all. Trust me. Mm-hmm.
I just want to be sure.
Oh, I did. Okay. Radio listeners, there's a rook tournament tomorrow at 3 p.m. at the Nickel Road Music Hall. Come check it out. You don't have to be a great rook player.
You done?
No.
But you want to win.
Well, you don't have to be great to win. Sometimes
Lucky,
you gotta have luck.
lucky.
Yeah, you gotta be lucky. That's tomorrow, radio listeners, 3 p.m. at the Nickel Road Music Hall. Concessions will be available. Prizes are awarded to the top 3 teams.
You got to be one of those 3 to get an award.
Absolutely. You sure do. Second Chance Pet Group volunteers are waiting for your calls. Pavel Dunlap scheduling procedures have changed. We now work with several different vets. Give them a call at 554-4442. Leave them your name, phone number, best time of day to return your call, and be sure to tell them what services you need. Prevent a litter. Be part of the solution, folks.
Fix your critter.
Fix your critter. Second Chance Pet Group. And radio listeners, the Chamber of Commerce dinner is going to be held on February the 3rd. That's on a Friday. It'll be at 6 o'clock p.m. at the new City Municipal Building, close to your house. Right next to your house.
I might charge for them park in my yard.
You can make you some money. That's a smart idea.
Just like going to UT ball game.
That's right. That's right. You could have charged all those years for Little Blue.
Yeah.
Think of the money you could have made. Also, February 16th is the next show with Carrie and the Nickel Roll Band. Carrie Hassler and the Nickel Roll Band will be doing a variety show. It'll be a variety show featuring country, blues, and bluegrass. Showtime is 7 o'clock p.m. and it's $10. That's on Friday, February the 16th. And might as well mention this, Saturday, February 24th, Cody McCarver will be in concert at the Nickel Roll Music Hall. It'll be a gospel night, and showtime is also 7 p.m. for that one. $10 is the price. Tickets will be available at the door.
Is that the first gospel special that they've had? No, the concert?
No, they're actually, I just can't find the announcement, Paw, but the AG family is going to be here.
Yeah, they will be doing gospel.
Yes. Well, here it is. Gospel Night, February 2nd. The AG family and His Two is another group. And starring Everlyn Cagle and Alan Atkins. That'll be at 6:30 p.m. and a love offering.
Have you ever heard Edward Lynn Cagle sing?
Yes, I have.
He's my cousin. Winky Cagle is my cousin too, but he can't sing.
Uh-huh. Oh, Winky can't sing, I know. Look who come in, Maggie. What you doing, Maggie? Our little doggy DJ. What you doing, Maggie? Maggie hadn't saw me in a long time. This is Aunt Cindy's dog, little Maggie. Oh, she's gonna give Allie some lovins. She's a sweetheart. What you doing? What you doing, Maggie?
You ready to go? Are you ready to go now?
Do what? Oh yeah, yeah. She knows that's Billy. Yeah, we want to say happy birthday again to Casey, mate. Bye, Aunt Cindy. Love you. Bye, Maggie. Come back and see us. Okay. And we need to say Casey May's birthday
tomorrow.
Is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Casey
January
May.
the 27th.
That's right.
She's 17 going on 27.
Right. Amen to that one. Yep. Amen to that. Well, that was unexpected. You never know what's going to happen.
As you go through life, you just look for these little things to drift into off the street.
I wish we'd had time to talk to her a little bit, but I hadn't seen Aunt Cindy in a while, so a good surprise there. Also, radio listeners, Legal Aid of East Tennessee will be at the Bledsoe County Courthouse Tuesday, January 30th. They'll be there at 11 a.m. And if you have any questions, you can always call this number, folks. It's 423-756-4013. That's the Legal Aid of East Tennessee.
That's free?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure is. And also, seniors, come join other senior adults for a low-impact exercise and walking indoors at the Family Ministry Center at First Southern Baptist Church, which is, of course, on Main Street. They meet 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So that's a good thing they're doing there at First Southern. And Pikeville Elementary School, Pawpaw, they're taking orders for strawberry flats at $22 each.
Strawberries?
Yeah, until February the 8th.
Wow.
As much as you substitute, you should know that.
I hadn't heard about it.
Well, now,
I didn't even know strawberries were ripe.
Probably order them now.
Oh, yeah.
that's my thinking on it too. But yeah, you can place your order at the front desk at Pikeville Elementary School, and of course all the proceeds go to benefit Pikeville Elementary School.
I would think so.
Absolutely.
Bunch of good people down there.
That's right. You wouldn't kiss up a little bit, would you?
Well, they let me teach a half a day today.
Well, you got some
I'll take
amount.
that back. I didn't teach. I was there as a babysitter.
Right.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. My boss over here at the courthouse might be listening. Too late now.
Oh, that's funny.
We're having a Saturday luncheon at the Bledsoe Senior Citizen
Sir. Say that again.
Bledsoe Senior Citizen Center.
There you go. That's a tongue twister,
It's at
isn't it?
148 Fraser Street. That's just a block from us on
Yeah.
the east side of us.
Right. It's literally right by the old Bledsoe County Jail. Right,
right.
right next door.
February the 23rd. And they're going to use this money to fund the privately owned
Yes.
Senior Citizen Center.
Because you did much better that time.
Well, I'm getting more fluid. You may dine in from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
They always have good food.
They have hot homemade soups. They have cornbread. You know what? Another name for a pan of cornbread?
Well, no, not really.
Pone. P-O-N-E.
What?
Pone. I knew you wouldn't know.
Have you ever heard of that? Pone, Allie, have you ever heard of such? Okay.
Pone of cornbread. People, listen to me. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, come on down and get you a pound of cornbread.
You don't believe it, I can tell.
I do believe you.
Variety
I just
of-
never heard of it.
I knew you would. Variety of salads and fresh garden salad. Ham in capitalized letters.
Yeah.
A variety of sandwiches. Homemade desserts.
Mm-hmm.
And your drink. You get all of this for the affordable price of $6.
Not bad. Not bad at
You
all.
know, some person might walk in there and pay $6 for a meal like that.
Yeah.
Then after eating it and having all those sandwiches and all those salads and all that ham and all that dessert and all that drink, they may give them $10.
That'd be awful nice of them, wouldn't it? It's for a good cause,
that is
folks.
a privately owned
Yeah.
enterprise.
Which means they could always use the money.
Yeah.
Always.
So they say, come and support, sit a while. That sounds good. You may
Yeah, they
dine
want you to
in,
visit.
but if you want to take out your order, as long as it's in town, they'll deliver them.
That's right. Just call Joanne
Well,
Britt.
no, I said deliver. No, take out. You can go get it yourself. It didn't say that.
No, yeah, they will deliver
Yeah,
to
they
your local
very-
in-town business.
They-
And there's
they
the
do.
phone number.
They do deliver.
Yeah,
Take or they'll take it to you.
that's right.
That number is 447-6111.
Yeah, 6111. Just call Joanne Britt.
Everyone is welcome to come.
Yeah, they always have a good turnout for that too. And here in the near future, the Albert and Billy Show will be filming at the Senior Center. Talked to Joanne, and she's excited about it, and they're all excited about it. So that'll be in the near future. So stay tuned for
Well,
that.
that excites me because I didn't know about it.
Oh, well, now you do.
Sounds good to me. Bledsoe County Youth Baseball and Softball sign up.
Even T-ball. T-ball right there.
Yeah, well, softball and T-ball. And
So all of it, isn't it?
okay, but you only have two different
Right.
times you can sign up, and the T-ball is for those age 3 all the way to 14.
Yeah.
But this first time I've seen
I'm
the
sure
baseball,
that-
softball
well,
to sign up together.
Yeah. Me too. I'm sure they will have more sign-ups, but these are the first ones. And
Okay.
they're coming up soon.
February 3rd, that won't be long
Mhm.
off.
And the
That'll be
10th.
next week.
Yeah, and then the 10th.
And then a week following, be on the 10th. And the sign-up time begins at 9 in the morning and goes to 3 in the afternoon. So you've got a 6-hour span that someone is going to be there to sign up your child.
Yeah.
More and more girls are playing football, signing up. They even have their own leagues now.
That's true.
Football,
That's
not
true.
on, that has nothing to do with this. But I got to thinking, these are co-ed. It doesn't say boys.
Well, the baseball is for boys and the softball is for girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is weather permitting. It's going to be at the ballpark.
Yeah.
But if it's bad weather, they're going to go down to the Pikeville Elementary building.
Yeah, that's smart.
So contact Kevin McCoy. The home phone number is 423-554-3679, or you can contact Michelle Raines at 447-2914.
Which is the Board of Education number. So I had
Michelle
to call her.
Raines.
I had to call her today.
I think Michelle Raines is the one that
You know Michelle. She graduated with me. She was Michelle D. Board.
right. She's the one that worked up that fake funeral. You know,
Oh, okay.
When
Yeah,
the-
that would be
when
her.
those kids got killed, they didn't get killed.
Right. She's with Better Bledsoe. Which, by the way, Better Bledsoe does they do a walk every Friday now at the walking track. And
Down in South Pikeville.
yeah, right by your house. So that's some news about Better Bledsoe. So go check it out. They're doing it every Friday. I believe it's at 11 a.m.
We might turn out to be a real healthy county
No, that's
with all the
their
things that are
goal.
going on.
Yeah.
And of course, best thing for people to do is not load up on ice cream and sweets and all this good stuff that I eat.
I know, and you saying it makes me hungry. All right, well, let's get to last week's trivia.
I've got it.
All right. I don't remember how I did. Well, they were really hard, extremely
really?
hard. It wasn't good.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, really? Listen to it.
Let's-
Oh, really?
Let's see if they're any softer this week.
No.
Who was the blue tail fly singer? The name of the man that sang. I gave you a hint. He's a man, not a woman.
What a
He
clue.
Are these this week or last week?
This is last week's, right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I hope this week's is better. But anyway, who was it? Because I don't have a clue.
Burl
Ives.
Ives.
I only knew it because you said Burl.
I knew that would be a good clue.
That is a good. No, that's a clue.
The blue tail fly.
The man part is not a clue. He's a man.
Well, it narrows it
clue.
down. It narrows it down. You don't have to think of Mary. Question number 2.
Okay.
One of the best at the game of tennis had author for a first name. What was his last name?
Ash.
Ash.
Arthur Ashe.
Ashe. Ash.
There's even Arthur Ashe Stadium at the U.S. Open. That's the big court now.
You know, I know that you don't like to deal in antiquity, but I can go back to Pancho Gonzalez,
Right.
Pancho Segura.
Mm-hmm.
I can go back and you'll see some of those names mentioned in some of the stadiums that they play now.
Right.
They were that good.
Yeah. And they should be recognized like that.
Well, I think it's good.
Gosh,
that,
the U.S. Open also named their national tennis center now called the Billie Jean King National Tennis
that's
Center.
giving some women recognition.
Right. Because
And
she's the one that really fought for that.
Well, and the thing about it is, women are overlooked
Right.
in every aspect of life.
Mm-hmm.
They're relegated to. You know what? I can remember a time in history when the wife walked behind the husband on the road.
Really?
I'm not kidding. The wife walked behind the husband, which would suggest submission.
Right, right.
Sounds biblical, doesn't it?
It does, it does.
Question number 3. What is the name of the famous February archery expert?
Oh, I know it now. I didn't. Last week I did terrible at this, but it's Cupid.
Cupid. Our producer was at a loss right there.
I know, but I
That
misunderstood
was a
the.
weird way to ask the question.
Thank you. I
I was
misunderstood.
thinking like actual archery.
Me too. Hey, what about that?
February
You
is
asked.
a clue.
It's a weird worded question. I thought you were actually talking about a professional
I made
archery
that. Well,
player.
me not knowing anything about sports, I thought maybe archery tournaments was in February. Do they have archery tournaments?
I'm sure
Okay.
they do. Yeah.
My role
Yeah, they do.
as your assistant
Uh huh.
is to come up with things to say on the air.
You
That's
come
what
up.
came out.
You come up with some dandies.
All right, next question. Anytime you want to work up the schedule, you just go right ahead.
Oh, if I did trivia, I'd make sure it was hard for you.
In addition to SOS
Right,
as a means
right,
of calling for help,
right.
what month in the calendar year uses the name of that month as part of a distress signal?
Mayday.
Mayday, Mayday. Very
Yeah.
good, Billy.
Thank you.
You are so smart.
That was also a weird question.
Okay.
Tell it, Allie. Tell it.
What is the month of June most noted for?
Oh, this one was tough. I can't. Oh,
What do people do in June?
Get married.
oh, it's my weddings. Is that right? Is that it? Weddings.
June weddings.
Good job, Allie.
But
I couldn't remember
I didn't
that.
bring that up. I mean, I'm not the one that did that. It's just that I recognized that, and that's the reason
Oh.
I made it in the form of a question.
Okay.
These questions hit me at midnight, and I jump up and write it down. Next question. What are the 2 most notable days in the month of April? 2 days.
Of April. I like how you said that. April Fool's Day.
That's on the first day of April. What else happens?
Easter.
Sometimes.
Sometimes Easter.
But something happens every year in the month of April on a given day.
My birthday.
My birthday too. My birthday too. April 22nd.
April 13th.
It's
What is it?
April the 15th.
Oh, it's tax. It's tax return. You gotta file your taxes.
That's your
by then.
last day. to
Yeah,
file.
that's
and
right.
And the post office will stay open until midnight.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Got to get your money in. The government wants
That is the deadline, isn't it?
a deadline.
Yeah.
So I have seen them extend it for some reason or other.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's because of what I owed.
Well, you can apply for an extension.
Okay.
Yeah, you can apply for extension.
That's true.
Oh, they'll take your money every anytime.
Anytime you want to give
And
it.
listen, people that owe big bucks
Uh huh.
in back taxes,
Yeah.
they always give it whenever down the road of 2 or 3 years later or 5 years later,
Mhm.
you can settle for less. They'll take what they can get out of you.
Exactly.
They'll scale it down. Got to get a good lawyer though. Next
I'm
question.
sure.
What is there about April that means so much to May?
What is it about
Something
April?
else that April brings.
April showers brings May flowers.
Ah,
You didn't think we'd know that one, did you?
That's good.
The correct answer is also my birthday.
Yeah, I agree. And mine too.
Who holds a broomstick in one of our classic Christmas carols?
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frosty.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Good job, Allie.
These are too easy, aren't they?
No. No.
Next
No.
question. Up the chimney he rose is a phrase from a beautiful work of Christmas literature. Up the chimney he rose.
'Twas the night
Lifeline.
before Christmas.
Is that it?
Night before Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up the chimney he
Laying a
rose.
finger alongside his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose.
Okay.
That was the hardest thing I ever had to learn about
I just remember
fathoming
the
Santa,
rest of it.
that he could come down the darn chimney.
Yeah, because he's so fat.
Yeah.
It's like how.
And you got
How
on
they get
red,
down the
you got a white
chimney.
beard and red and white suit, and you come down the chimney.
Yeah.
You know what's in the chimney? Soot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soot.
I bet Santa gets his hind end burnt a lot, don't you?
And it never did worry me about him getting burned. I was concerned about the black soot.
Yeah, and him getting
Right.
stuck. I remember as a kid thinking, how is he doing that? He's going to get stuck one day.
Okay, last question. If Daddy had only seen is a line from which Christmas song?
I saw Mama kissing Santa.
Yeah, I didn't know that
I
one.
saw Mama.
I got that one last
Santa
week. Yeah.
Claus.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I did all right on that one.
You did, because that's one of the few I got right last week.
Okay.
All right, well, coming up after the break, it'll be this week's trivia. Let's hope it's a little bit easier. And also sports of all sorts coming up after the break right here on the Albert and Billy Show. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. As our producer knocks something over.
Scared me. I thought there was a ghost in the building.
All right, well, it's time for this week's trivia.
This week's trivia.
I hope it's easier. It won't be, but I hope so.
One never knows, does one?
No, never.
I don't even know myself. Because, see, I don't date these.
Right,
I just put them down.
right.
And they come out 1940 or
No.
2015. First question. What Christmas song contains the words, "Where the tree tops glisten"?
Why are we on a Christmas kick in January?
Christmas was not just, it's just a little while ago. 25th of December, I think.
You
1
think?
month ago yesterday.
What? Say it one more time.
What Christmas song contains the words, "Where the tree
Tops
glisten"?
and children,
What's the
listen.
name of the song?
I know. I can't. Let's see. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yes.
There we go.
But it's not. That's not the name of the song. Just
White Christmas, yeah.
There you go.
Bing
So,
Crosby sings it.
You got it.
Yeah.
He's the crooner.
Whatever that is.
There are some men that were singers,
Okay. Yeah.
are singers, and there are some that are called crooners.
Okay. I've heard that term.
I don't know what the difference is, but
I don't either.
It was called crooner. All right, second question.
Okay.
In one of our favorite songs of the Christmas season, we hear, "But do you recall?"
Are all these Christmas questions?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
No, they're not.
Okay. I'll say it again.
But do you recall?
The most famous reindeer of all, Rudolph the
Rudolph,
Red-Nosed
see?
Reindeer.
So
There
you're
you
2
go.
out of 2 and you're fussing on me.
I know.
Next question. Name Santa's reindeer.
Papa,
This is for people out here, not necessarily.
that just love Christmas, apparently. A month later. Well, obviously Rudolph.
No,
What?
that was just an afterthought. He had 8 reindeer that were his stalwarts. He used them every year. But one year, it was a bad Christmas, and he came and asked Rudolph to lead his sleigh. But he had 8 reindeer.
Well, okay. I don't remember them all, but there's Dasher,
That's 1.
Donner.
That's 2.
Is it Blitzen?
That's 3.
Is Prancer one?
Prancer's 1. You've already got 4. That's half of them.
What have I said so far?
You said Dancer and Prancer and Donner and Blitzen. This is pretty good.
Yeah. But I can't think of the others, but I did okay on it.
Comet,
Comet, Cupid,
Donner,
and Blitzen.
that's the last 4.
Yeah.
And you missed the first one. Dasher,
There's Dasher and Dancer,
and Prancer, and
Cupid,
no, you got
or something.
Vixen.
Vixen.
So you got them all about 2. So I'm
I
gonna
did
give you-
better than what I thought I would do.
But then that line comes in there. But do you recall?
Yeah, the most famous reindeer of all.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the blank, 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 where the
treetops glisten
and
children listen.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
There you go. See, they're easy, aren't they?
So far, so far.
So hang blank, blank, and blank, 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 cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
I mean, the song's Here Comes Santa Claus, Here Comes Santa Claus. Write down something like
Santa Claus Lane. So
all the girls and boys.
hang
Your stocking.
your stockings and
Hang your stockings and tree
say your
prayers.
prayers.
There we go. I hadn't heard that song in years.
That's an old song. Isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's what Here Comes Santa Claus. Who sang that?
No idea.
Gene Autry.
Okay. He does Rudolph too.
No,
Oh, he didn't.
I don't think he did it.
I thought he did.
He might have. He did. I don't know. Okay, next question. What is the lowest score of a football game possible?
Well, this must be a trick question. It has to be.
Sports.
I mean, the lowest score would be 0-0.
They don't have ties anymore.
I
They
told
used
you.
to have
I told
ties.
you it's a trick question. I guess it'd be
Well, they used to have
2 to
ties.
nothing.
Very
2
good.
to nothing.
Very good. Why is it 2 to nothing?
Safety.
Well, that's one way, but also that's a score of a forfeited game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part.
Next question. Who was UCLA's most successful basketball coach of the last
Ever. John Wooden.
century?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely John Wooden.
John Wooden. I've got a book about him.
Great coach.
Next question. What Major League Baseball team was the last to install lighting for night games?
Oh, wow. Are they in the South?
No.
Are they out west?
No.
Are they in Canada?
You don't know, evidently.
Chicago.
Yes.
The Cubs?
The Cubs.
You know why I thought that? Because
No.
Wrigley Field's so old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they appealed to that segment of their city.
Mhm.
They were there for day games.
Yeah. So, but they did finally do it.
Finally install lighting.
Well, they
All
probably needed to.
The two words Ryder Cup are used in what sport?
Mm.
And I already put you a check mark that you knew that.
Yeah, right.
Ryder Cup. You know it's not football. You know it's not baseball. You know it's not basketball.
No.
The
It's
Ryder Cup.
soccer.
No, you're just guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Name two SEC teams
All right.
that identify themselves as Bulldogs.
Georgia,
That's one.
Mississippi State.
That's two, buddy.
There we go.
You know what, Benny? You got them all right, but two?
Yeah, that's pretty good, wasn't it?
Dadgum good. No, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, got one more.
Oh, okay.
In pro baseball, name the league fielding the Indians. Which league do the Indians play in?
Oh, the American League?
American League.
All right.
So you got them all, but
But two. I have no idea about the Ryder Cup. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know what sport it is. No clue. No clue. Is it horse racing?
no.
No, it'd be that. And you said it's not soccer.
It's competition between countries. The Ryder Cup.
Oh. That's not where they're sailing, is it?
No, that's the America's Cup.
Okay.
This is golf.
Oh.
Golf.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right.
Sports of all sorts. We ready?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
ready. Basketball.
Mm-hmm.
The SEC, in the top 10 colleges in the United States, how many do you think are ranked out of the SEC? Not one. No one team at all
And there
is
was.
in the
and-
top 10.
Oh, okay, but they're ranked in the top 25.
Top 25, but I said
Well,
top
that's
10.
nationally ranked.
I said ranked in the top 10 nationally.
Yeah, but still.
Aren't you used to Kentucky always being
Yeah,
there?
well, they're struggling. They're struggling
struggling.
this year.
Their record is the same as Tennessee. Does that tell you anything?
Well, Tennessee's kind of up and down a little bit, but they're on a hot streak right now.
They're doing much better than I thought they'd do.
Mhm.
Last year they won 16 games. They've already won 14.
I know. And they got off to a bad start in conference play, but
In conference play, but
But
really,
they've
do you
redeemed
realize
themselves.
that they beat the number 3 team? in
I
the
know.
And they
Well, no, they beat the top 3 teams. Well, like they were ranked: Kentucky, Texas A&M, South Carolina.
yeah, but they're not.
Those
top
are big
10 now.
wins.
Yeah, they're big wins. But they have done well compared
Mm-hmm.
to last year.
Absolutely, and I think they're going to continue to.
Well, I'd like to.
I
think
hope so.
But the best team in the Southeastern Conference, you've got to go all the way down to number 17. That's where you find Kentucky.
Wow.
And in Auburn slipped. I don't think they're 18 anymore. I think they slipped a notch.
Just tonight, I believe it's just to 19. They didn't fall far.
Yeah, I say just slipped
Yeah.
a notch.
And Tennessee's like
But the
21,
rest of the
I
top
believe.
25, the Tennessee Volunteers come in at, they were 13-5, but they're 14-5.
Mm-hmm.
They're number 21, I think.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But listen, the other teams in the Southeastern Conference, South Carolina's 12-7,
Mm-hmm.
LSU's 11-7, Georgia's 12-6, A&M's 13-6, Missouri's 13-6,
Those are not bad
Arkansas's
records.
13-6, Florida's 14-5, Alabama's 13-6, Mississippi State's 14-5. That ain't bad.
What's Ole Miss?
They're
Not terrible, I don't
not
believe, is
terrible.
it?
Well,
No?
they've not done that.
Well, they're inconsistent.
They're inconsistent.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that?
No.
That good of a standing, even though they're not ranked, but they're not bad.
No, not at all.
But the only thing is that now that you're in SEC play, you win one, you lose one. You win one, you lose one. Because everybody you play can beat you.
Exactly.
And they usually do.
That's what it is, a lot of parity.
That is good. That's a good choice of words. There is more parity now. Kentucky used to be automatically
Mm-hmm.
the number 1 seed, the number 1 rank, everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that way anymore.
That's true.
Of course, you see what Kentucky has to deal with. All of their recruits are one and done.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get to build on last year's success. They've got to start over every year.
That's right.
Start over every
Yeah, because he does that one and done every year.
Yeah.
I would get tired of that.
Well, it's
Build a foundation.
it's a way of life, though. If you
For
get
them.
the best, if you get the best players in the country, you gotta have to let them go.
Well, they
They're
didn't
already
get them
there.
for next year. Duke got the top 3 players coming in next year.
So, I think that's one thing that's hurting Kentucky. Right
Yes.
They're not automatically getting all the best players. In.
No, but the top
And like say
3
Purdue-
at one school, that's insane.
But see, Purdue's ranked number 3.
Oh, Tennessee beat
And
them.
Tennessee beat them.
Tennessee is actually, as of now, as we're filming this, the last team to beat Purdue. They're on a 15-game winning streak.
Wow, what about that?
Yeah.
Man,
So Tennessee's got some big wins.
we've got some near wins.
Near with, like, they definitely should have beat North Carolina.
was one.
Definitely should have beat Villanova. They could have had 2 more big wins right there, and should have.
Okay, last Tuesday, Vanderbilt came to town,
Mm-hmm.
and they had beat Tennessee at home 3 years in a row. we had a player that came in with 19, Bowden.
Yeah.
He had 19 points, and Williams got 18.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with a 67-62 win, but we should have won
I know.
big time. I don't understand how we led 32-15.
I think they just got
still
complacent,
comfortable. They had
Mm-hmm.
one player that his name was LaChance, Riley LaChance. He came out in the second half and scored 25 points.
Yeah, that's
all
crazy.
he had to do was throw the ball up there.
I know. And sometimes that happens. A player will just get hot like that.
Well, some of that has to be luck.
It is. Of course it is.
But
you have to make some adjustments.
When he crossed the center line, whenever he got a breather, if he got one step ahead of the Tennessee player, he let it fire. And he hit it.
Yeah, I know it. I know it.
But anyway, that was last Tuesday. On Saturday, tomorrow, we take on Iowa State. This is the Big 12 in the SEC.
SEC challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The challenge.
I like how they do that.
We've not done too well in the last 2 or 3 years.
I know.
We've not done
Where is this going to be at? Knoxville?
No, it won't be at Knoxville.
Oh, it's going to be in Iowa State.
I don't think it's going to be in Knoxville. I can't remember.
Well, if it's not, then it's going to be at Iowa State, so that'll be tougher.
But we're 14-5, and last year we just won 16 altogether.
Doing a lot better.
In basketball, LeBron James scored his 30,000th point this week. He's the youngest player to ever reach that plateau.
I believe
7
that.
other men have got to where he is, have got to where he is,
quickly,
but not as quickly as he.
Right.
In women's basketball, Sunday,
What a
Tennessee
week.
let Mississippi State come to our court, and we had to witness a 26-point
It was pathetic.
half.
It was pathetic.
We got 26 points per half. We scored 52 points.
At home.
At home.
That's embarrassing. They got outplayed. They got out hustled. I watched a little bit of the game. I finally changed the channel because they weren't even playing hard. I'm not going to watch them if they can't play harder than that.
Well,
but I do think,
Mississippi
not
State's
trying to
good.
make excuses for them, but yeah, there's like Tennessee was tired. They had just been in a 4-game gauntlet, brutal
and one
stretch.
out of
Yeah, did not do good.
No, didn't do good.
And
had to do something to their
coming
psyche.
off that Notre Dame loss too, I think that did something to them because they really should have won. They should have won the Texas A&M game too. So I think they were just fatigued big time. And then Mississippi State, like you were saying, is a great team. They're not the Mississippi State of old. They're much better than they used to be. This is the team that beat UConn, took UConn out last year in the tournament. So they're no joke.
But if you take my grammar school math, I helped today in grammar school math. If you score 26 points a half, and then you score 26 points the second half,
that
means
bad.
that you didn't do anything at halftime to adjust your poor performance in the first half.
Exactly.
Also, if you divide 52 by 4, you get 13 points per quarter.
The offense was
That's
really
college, not grammar school.
Yeah.
13 points?
Well, the
Per
Lady
quarter?
Vols, the problem with the Lady Vols is they turn the ball over too much.
Too many mistakes.
They do.
And I'll tell you
And every
another-
press conference, she says the same thing. We're going to work on it. Well, when you plan on working on it? Because they're not getting no better at it.
That's what they're saying in the paper. That's what they're saying in the after game interviews.
Yeah, but they're not improving on that.
I think one of the biggest problems, they're not getting the ball to Russell.
And they're trying to force it to her when they do, and they turn it over.
But I'm saying that if they could get it to her more, if somewhere along the way the coaches have got to work out some plays so that they can get a defender away from her so that she can receive a pass.
Well, last night they broke out of this little slump and they beat Ole Miss, which they should have slaughtered Ole Miss.
There's
but
another
anyway,
game. How do you explain that?
I don't know. I could say a lot. I've never been impressed by that staff.
We did score 75 points, but we gave up 66
to a bad team. To a bad team in Knoxville. So, it doesn't make you think they're improving just yet. That's for sure.
Well, but
they did do some things different.
A 17-3 record says you're doing something right.
Yeah, that's just in a slump right now.
But think of those games that we're talking about that you just barely eked out.
Yeah, they
almost
play down.
Let the other team beat you.
They play down to their competition, and you should not do that. You should be up for every single game.
If the other team's coach can dictate how you play, they're a good coach. They're superior to your coach.
Yeah, a lot of them are superior to her.
If they can make you play the way they want you to play, then they're teaching their kids something.
Exactly. All the Levals seem to do is try to force it into Russell. It's like every time they get the ball, it's so everybody in the building knows what they're going to do.
Yeah, but one game.
And they play out of control. They play too fast, and that's leading to a lot of turnovers as well. But they did make an adjustment last night at least. They stopped trying to force her the ball, and they started shooting three-pointers, and they made them. Okay. So you gotta do something different, don't you?
Well,
when something's not working.
It's inconsistent. What they're doing with Russell. It's inconsistent.
Yeah.
She got 33 points against Vanderbilt, 21 against A&M, but in the last 3 games, she shot no more than 9 times.
Yeah, so they're not going to win like that.
They're not being able to get the ball to her the way that they need to.
No.
But she's shooting at a rate of 76% of the attempts they're going in. So common sense would tell you need to work out some way to get the ball to her.
Yeah. They've got to get more creative.
But I don't know how. Golf. The Farmers Insurance tournament is in San Diego this week. Tiger Woods keyed up yesterday and shot par, 72. That's not outstanding because he was about 83rd. Yeah. He's about 83rd in the field. But he was pleased with his performance in that he got...
Well, it is better than some of his previous ones.
Well, he's had 4 back surgeries.
Exactly. That's a whole lot to come back from.
Football. Gabe Boring.
Yeah, signed with UTC.
Made the Chattanooga paper. He's going to be kicking the ball
for the
UTC.
Mocs. Yeah.
His 46-plus average per punt impressed someone, might not impress Tennessee's coaching staff.
I don't know why, because Ole Miss and Auburn were recruiting, so
that makes sense.
That was Butch Jones for you.
But I believe he'll be better off. Speaking of Butch Jones, all of his former coaches have now found a job.
But him?
Well, I've not heard about him. But what I'm saying is the coaching staff, per se.
Yeah.
Last one got placed yesterday, Scott, whatever his name was. He went with Florida. The new coach of Florida.
Okay.
Was he at Mississippi?
Who did Florida hire? Did they hire Hugh Freeze?
Mullen, what's his name? Dan
Mullen. Oh, Mississippi State. Yeah.
Well, he hired Larry Scott.
Okay.
And that was the last coach that was on the staff at UT that has been placed. I'm not saying their salaries matched what UT paid them.
Right.
But they did find a job, and that's good.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Well, you want people to...
I know.
Want people to have a job.
I know.
Okay, Super Bowl Mania. We're when is the kickoff for Super Bowl?
That'll be what, 1st February
the 4th, right? And it'll start at 5:30 our time on NBC.
I'm for the Eagles. I'm tired of New England, just like I'm tired of Alabama. I want to see somebody else win.
Who do you think will be favored?
Of course, New England.
I'd say New England will be favored.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they'll win, but this is Super Bowl 52. When you write 52, you take what do you write? How do you make a 5?
I'm just going to tell you to get to the point on this one.
Okay, you make a 5 and you make a 2.
Right.
But when you read about Super Bowl 52, what do you read in the paper?
Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
Okay, yeah.
So what is 52 in Roman numerals?
I don't know.
It's always that way. This is Super Bowl 52. There have been 52 of them. So the first one started out with an I. The second one was 2 of them. The third one was 3 of them. Then you went to IV, and then you went to V. It's Roman numerals. So 50 is L I.
Okay.
That's 52.
Okay.
But do you know what 49 was?
No.
You don't know Roman numerals, do you?
No, I do not.
But why do they use, what I'm asking you is why in the world do they use Roman numerals for Super Bowl?
I don't know.
We're not using any other nation.
I don't know. It's weird.
They're all in the United States.
I think it's weird. It is.
But to write 49, you'd have XL, meaning L stands for 50 and X stands for 10. So if you put X on the left side of the L, it's a 4.
Right.
49. Go figure.
It's weird. I agree. It's weird.
But anyway, that's the way they do it. And in the Roman numerals, C stands for 100 and M stands for 1,000. What does that have to do with the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I see where you put New England will win.
Did I write that?
You did.
Well,
you're going the safe route. And I can understand completely.
Bill Belichick, is in his 8th Super Bowl. It'll be his 8th. Same for, what's his name that's the quarterback?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Oh, Tom Brady. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, right.
He's 40 years old.
I wish he'd retire.
40 years old.
Well, he's not 80, Papa. I mean...
But 40...
He's set for life. Why don't we just go ahead and retire?
What I'm saying is you're not in your prime.
Well, he is.
Age-wise, you're not.
I see what you're saying, but he is.
Performance-wise.
He's like a robot.
We had a player.
I won't miss him at all.
We had a player many years ago, George Blanda. I think he kicked extra points and field goals till he was about 50.
Yeah.
George Blanda was his name.
Well, you got 1 minute.
All right. What about Nadal, Rafael?
Rafael Nadal, he got injured. Yeah, I hate that. Now Federer is in the finals, and if he wins, he'll win his 20th Grand Slam.
20. Baseball.
Him and Serena are making history.
Chipper Jones got in the Hall of Fame. Now, don't tell me you don't know who Chipper Jones was.
Yeah, I do.
You remember?
When did he get?
You got to see him play, didn't you? They elected him yesterday into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, good. He deserved it. That's good.
Yeah, he deserved it. That's his first trip to qualify, and he made it on first round.
That is impressive.
He had a .303 lifetime batting average, 468 home runs, 8 All-Star appearances. He was well qualified.
Absolutely.
And I was proud of him that he.
Me too.
But you know, during the time he was there, the Braves won 14 straight divisional titles.
I believe it.
Bobby Cox was the manager.
I remember those days.
He got in the Hall of Fame too.
Yeah, those are glory days.
Okay.
All right. Well, coming up after the break, it'll be Albertology.
Albertology.
Right here on the Albert and Billy Show. I did not, Papa. Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show. I did not know that. And it is time for Albertology.
Amen.
And a very depressing subject.
We're going to be talking about death and epitaphs.
Wow. Fun times.
Just listen.
Okay.
I choose the subjects, right?
Yes.
So this I'm not going to say this appealed to me. I found it interesting.
I hope not.
I found it interesting in that I'm not going to say much of our time, but quite a bit of the time Carol and I were together, we would go to cemeteries and we went to the first one in Gatlinburg where the first person is buried that died in Gatlinburg. Oh,
okay.
You could see where whole families were wiped out by a disease. And here's all of them buried here. And they all died on the same day. Well, it was a disease.
Right.
There's just things you can learn by going. But anyway, these are ditties, really.
Okay. Oh, good.
This one is, you
ready for this, Allie?
Okay, Woody Allen. This week, what did you hear about Woody Allen?
Actually, nothing.
Woody Allen was one of your latest sexual harassers.
Oh, that is not surprising in the least. That is one weird dude right there.
Okay, he was born the same year I was born. To give you an idea how old he is,
Mm-hmm.
this is what he says about death. It's not that I'm afraid to die. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Okay, this one is anonymous. It says, death is nature's way of telling you to slow down.
I reckon so. For good.
Noel Coward did this one. He says, the only thing that really saddens me over my demise is that I shall not be here to read the nonsense that will be written about me. There will be lists of apocryphal jokes I never made.
Right.
And gleeful misquotations of words I never said.
Right.
What a pity I shan't be here to enjoy them.
You can look down on everybody and laugh.
He also said, I read the Times, and if my name is not in the obits, I proceed to enjoy the day.
Yeah, that's a good day. Good start.
Benjamin Franklin said this one. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. I've heard that all my life, but I didn't know who said it. Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. So true.
All right. This one is by Margaret Mitchell. She was the Prime Minister of England. Margaret Mitchell. She says, death...
I thought that was Margaret Thatcher.
I believe you're right. Margaret Mitchell wrote Gone with the Wind.
Okay.
Margaret Mitchell wrote Gone with the Wind.
Okay.
Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Mitchell wrote Gone with the Wind. She said, death and taxes and childbirth. There's never any convenient time for any of them. Pretty cute. This is Tom Stoppard, I don't know him, but he says, death is always a great pity, of course, but it's not as though the alternative were immortality.
Right.
So that's death and taxes.
Death and taxes.
That's the two things that are certain. That's what we got out of that. Two things that are
exactly, and Benjamin Franklin said it. Right.
Okay, well, yeah. Now, these are some sayings about baseball, and I'm going to do this under Abertology.
Okay.
Joe DiMaggio was married to Marilyn Monroe.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? You do remember Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't remember Joe DiMaggio. You never saw him play, but you've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
Great. He was called the Yankee Clipper. He was the man that patrolled the outfield for the Yankees for many years.
Oh, okay.
But in his being popular and her being popular, they married.
Right.
She married more than once. But anyway, he was married to Marilyn Monroe. One time she told him about going to Korea to entertain the troops. And she said when she got back, "Oh, Joe, it was so wonderful. You've never heard such cheers."
Mm-hmm.
Joe looked at her and said, "Oh, yes, I have." He hit a lot of home runs, won a lot of games for the Yankees. Lefty Gomez, he was a pitcher. He said, "I was never nervous when I had the ball, but when I let it go, I was scared to death." Reggie Jackson, you've heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. October is what his name was.
I didn't know that.
He excelled when he got into the World Series.
That's the best
Mr.
time.
October.
It's the best time to do that.
The only reason I don't like playing in the World Series is I can't get to see myself play.
Shoot.
Bob Uecker, I asked you if you remembered Bob Uecker.
Do you know he was on a classic TV show from the 80s, Mr. Belvedere, after
Well,
he
I did
retired?
not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always pictured in commercials sitting up there in the stands by himself, you know. And everything.
Yeah.
He says, when I came up to bat in the 9th inning with 3 men on and 2 outs, I looked in the other team's dugout and they were already in their street clothes. Does that tell you what he's going to do?
Yeah.
Babe Ruth said this.
He was very famous.
Okay, but you were not around,
No,
nor
no.
was I.
Right.
But they said that when Babe Ruth came up to bat, he would point toward the direction in the stands he was going to hit this home run that he's going to hit.
That's talent right
and
there.
Did.
That's
and
amazing.
Did.
That is amazing.
Babe Ruth said all ball players should quit when it starts to feel like all the baselines are running uphill.
Probably so.
Be a good idea.
Yeah.
Rogers Hornsby, that's another one I never did get to see play. I don't want to play golf. When I hit a ball, I want someone else to chase it.
That's right.
Now, Casey Stengel, I did get to see Casey Stengel.
He did.
He was a manager of the Yankees, and later when the Mets came, the Mets were one of the new organizational teams that was organized. And he became manager of the Mets too. So Casey Stengel said, the only thing worse than a Mets game is a Mets doubleheader.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I have no idea because Allie was trying to tell me something, and I have no idea what she said either.
Casey Stengel said, as manager of the Mets,
Yeah.
the only thing worse than a Mets game is a Mets doubleheader.
Oh, that's a dig at the Mets.
I think they lost over 100 games.
Well, they weren't very good at all.
Baseball players are smarter than football players.
Okay.
How often do you see a baseball team penalized for having too many men on the field?
No. Yeah.
Just don't happen, does it?
No.
Okay. Casey said this one too. You have to have a catcher because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of passed balls.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
He had
important job.
He was about like Yogi Berra had a lot of sayings that were kind of senseless.
Yeah.
But he did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Casey Stengel was good at doing that, and they called it Stingalese.
Stingalese,
the things
his
that
own
come out of
language.
his mouth would be so senseless.
Yeah.
They just called it Stingalese. He said, Casey said, I was such a dangerous hitter. I got
You can't read your writing, can you?
I got intentional walks in batting practice.
Oh.
That's a dangerous hitter.
Yeah, that is.
And this is the last one. Bob Euchre said, sporting goods companies pay me not to endorse their product.
Ooh.
Now that's pretty good.
And pretty bad.
The sports doctor that's been making the news because of how he treated the gymnast.
Yeah, he got.
Olympics.
Won't be seeing him ever again. He'll be behind bars.
The judge said, I just signed your death warrant. But,
yeah.
But his name was Larry Nassar.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is he gone, but the president of Michigan State University is gone.
That's a new one there.
As of today.
Yes.
The athletic director had already resigned.
At Michigan State.
At Michigan State. So see, that was his employer.
Okay.
But he did the work with female gymnasts in the Olympics, and he would treat. I'm not going to tell all you, but anyway,
they did a lot.
I wanted to get that in. That not only did he cut his own throat, he cut their throats too.
Yeah, he did.
It reminds you of what happened at Penn State with the
absolutely. Absolutely.
Because all this stuff, no, not all this stuff. Some of this stuff gets swept under the rug, and somebody with knowledge knows about it and doesn't do anything about it. That's the sad part of things that happen.
That's right.
And that's what I have been noticing about all this sexual harassment stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of what happens, it happens under the watch care of a man, because these are all females that are clamoring for attention now, saying, hey, he did this to me. I was done,
Yeah.
And so a lot of it, these men are men with power.
Exactly.
They're in positions where they can help or hurt. But they're dragging some people down with them too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're mistreating women. And women, I think, are finally because of getting courage from one another, they're standing up. Now,
Oh yeah, the Harvey Weinstein case.
I think that
started
broke it open. Maybe broke the ice.
It definitely did.
But there's no
Definitely.
telling where this is going to stop. It's getting.
Oh, I know. It's something new every day.
But it's where men are in position
Mm-hmm.
to do these things. So men are cruds, aren't they? Heck, I'm a man.
Well, I don't know. And some of these women are probably lying, of course.
There
A
could
lot of them are telling the
could be.
truth, obviously, but I highly doubt every single one of them are telling the truth. You always have a few out of the group that are not. They're doing it just to do it, to get money,
Me too. Me too.
you know, get attention. Yeah.
Okay. The Energizer Bunny. If you've seen
Keeps
that commercial,
going and going and going.
well, he's getting a lot more Easter eggs in his Easter basket.
Oh, he is.
The Energizer battery, they have paid $2 billion in cash to acquire the assets of Spectrum Brands, adding Rayovac and Varta batteries to already Energizer and Eveready.
Wow. That's a lot of
$2
money.
billion in cash money.
Must be nice.
Whoa, $2 billion?
Must be
I can't
nice.
remember when I had $1 billion. I can't remember when I had $1 million.
You know, I like it when people say, if I had all that money, I wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. Well, shoot, I'd figure it out.
RD had a man that worked for him on the farm, and when it rained, RD would bring him up to the store to help us put out stock.
Yeah.
And his name was Coot Douglas. I don't know what his first name
Coot.
was. We called him
Coot.
Coot. Coot would say, Albert, what would you do if you had $1 million? And I would try to think of something big that I would want to do with $1 million.
Yeah.
And I'd say, and I'd tell him, and I'd say, what would you do, Coot, if you had $1 million?
Mm-hmm.
He said, Albert, I'd pay it on my debts just as far as it'd go. Speaking of money, Beyonce.
That's no fun.
Is
Yeah.
Beyonce that the right way to pronounce her name?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Last
Papa.
year, she earned $105 million.
I don't doubt that.
Top female earner.
That's a lot of money to make in 1 year.
A woman making $105 million. I don't feel
Yeah.
sorry for women now, do you?
No, no.
Do you know?
Especially making that every year. I mean,
That was just last year.
She's going to be a billionaire too.
Wouldn't take her long, would it?
I'm sure.
Morgan Freeman. You know Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman, one movie that he was in that I told you that I have seen twice was Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Carol and I watched it twice, and I guess I would even watch it a third time. Morgan Freeman is 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And on January the 21st, which was just last week,
Mm-hmm.
he received a Life Achievement Award at the 24th Annual Screen
Guild Awards.
Actors Guild Award Show. And there's some facts. Did you know he was born in Tennessee?
No,
He was born in Tennessee. He lives in Mississippi.
I didn't know that either.
Well, he lives in
Let's
Mississippi.
assume he lived in.
But
Hollywood.
what's the best known movie you think that he's remembered for?
Oh, I don't know, because he's got a lot. Driving Miss Daisy
I'd
is
say
a
it's
big one.
number one. But Shawshank Redemption would have to come in there pretty close.
Oh yeah,
But
that would be right up there
he's
too.
made 75 films.
Yeah, that's why it's so hard to say which one it would be, because he's in so many good ones.
Well, there's not but two or three that's mentioned here. But anyway, those are the two that I remember most. But I don't know that I ever saw Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, I saw it.
But anyway, his dream of being a fighter pilot led him to enlist in the Air Force, United States Air Force. And when he got out, he was first class airman.
I didn't know that either about him.
Second fact about him, he got his inspiration from Gary Cooper playing in Westerns. You see, you don't remember Gary Cooper, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But Gary Cooper was before John Wayne. As far as
Oh, okay.
I would put him almost on a par with
John Wayne.
but not hardly.
Right.
But
Right.
he had his fling. He got his starring roles in some of them, and so that's who impressed him. And so with him being about my age, I could understand about the same time frame.
Yeah.
And he owns a blues club in Mississippi, in Clarksdale. It's called Ground Zero. I wonder if that's after the...
I guarantee it.
I bet you it is too. And fourthly, after learning that the survival of wild bees was threatened, he put in 26 hives and spread it out over 124 acres of his Mississippi home, the property that he owns. He's now into the bee, honey producing business, big time. You know,
Didn't know that either.
Jackie Robertson's daughter, Melissa.
Yeah.
She is in the honey business.
Yeah.
Big
She
time.
sells at
at the market down here.
the farmer's market on Saturdays.
And his first big break, Morgan Freeman's first big break, was in the movie called The Electric Company. I don't
remember that one.
Vet of the Month. This is interesting. We were talking about women a while ago. Becky Calder is in the U.S. Navy Reserve now. But anyway, she was inspired to become the best pilot she could be. So she applied for and was selected to attend the United States Navy's Fighter Weapons School. It's also called Top Gun. Remember the movie Top Gun?
Of course, yeah.
Well, she became the first female pilot to graduate from Top Gun.
Okay.
And this is what she says. She never wanted to be singled out because she was a woman. She was the first woman to graduate.
She didn't want the
says
attention.
People put you in categories, but as a combat pilot, categories don't matter.
Right.
When you're at war, there's no male and there's no female. You're a pilot.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ask Marilyn. We got time for... We've got to tell stories, haven't we?
Go ahead.
It don't matter. We can end with old Marilyn if you want to.
Well, we had some funnies on death, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did.
This is important.
Okay.
Why are more over-the-counter drugs being sold in blister packs? Now that question was asked of her.
No idea.
I am conscious of this, and I will intentionally not buy a blister pack.
Okay.
I will try to find the product in a bottle because it's easier.
Yeah.
But now listen to what she says in answer to this question.
Okay.
Regulators say blister packs increase patient dose compliance. It's harder to get them out. You're more apt to just take what it says.
Oh, yeah.
And
that makes sense.
it will also decrease impulsive suicide attempts.
That's true,
and
too.
accidental poisoning of children.
Yeah.
Children can't get that pill out of that blister pack.
No.
And in Western Europe, most prescription medicines are sold in blister packs now.
Really?
And it says here, more reasons apply to prescribed drugs, such as reducing pharmacy dispensing errors. They don't make many errors. My druggist doesn't make any. Joel, are you listening? Americans are strong. Listen, this is Albert. Americans are strongly resistant to blister packs, prescription or not. But more blister packaging is in our future.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
You can see the reasons why.
Yeah, it does make sense. Those are very good reasons.
Very good reasons.
So I can understand that. Just getting used to it, though.
Yeah, we won't want to.
No. All right, well, that was good old Albertology for you folks. Thanks for listening on WUAT Radio and watch us on Channel 18 Valley TV. And be sure to check back with us next week, same time, same place, for the Albert and Billy Show. So long, folks.
See ya.